Welcome back to Improvision Entertainment. My name is Hunterman, and this is Euro Truck Simulator 2. And we're getting right back into it, right where we left off. I'm thinking I'm going to change topics, unless somebody else in the chat has a topic they want to touch on. I think I'm going to switch back over to my tried and true JRPG discussion. So, I've started realizing that this JRPG I want to make is bigger than I thought, but I also might have people who can help me with it. There are people who are interested in doing sprite work, there's people who are interested in doing some writing, which would be really, really helpful for lore stuff. I mean, not that the sprite work wouldn't be... Sprite work is super, super helpful. I know the type of, aesthetic I want to try and go for, and it scares me a lot that I'm thinking so much about this because my absolute failure to enact on any of this cool ideas I have in my head. As I've said many, many times, you basically have nothing if you don't have something. And it doesn't matter that your ideas kind of technically count as something, because if you can't bring those ideas to fruition, then you don't have anything. You just have it. Everybody has ideas. Ideas are the easiest part, right? I think I've got some pretty solid ideas, and I know I'm not the only person who also thinks that. But it's executing, it's making something. And so I kind of want to aim big for something I think people will really like. What's the speed limit through here? Why is it 80 through here? This is like a town. Why is it 80 through a town? Europe, you freak me out. I want to kind of aim big, and then if I have to, start chopping things back. But I don't know how much time to take, for the purposes of Twitch, right? And I guess by extension YouTube, how much time do I want to take doing this stuff that could lead to making a product, a creative product that people would be interested in and maybe even pay for, as opposed to doing Twitch and trying to build the audience, YouTube trying to build the audience? What's gonna come of all of that? The only way to have people be noticing you on Twitch is to do it a lot and often and have them catch you, and maybe not every single time, but get yourself following. And at this point, I've got 2 or 3 followers, or 2 or 3 watchers, I should say, every single stream. I'm averaging 3 people a stream, which is a long cry from when I started last year, and I was averaging myself and no one else. And I say last year because it's been almost exactly 11 months. It's been slightly more than 11 months. I'm approaching my Twitch anniversary, as I said in the last recording and earlier in this stream. And you really can't, as far as I can tell, you can't, when you're starting out, you can't take time off. That's why I joke that it's an unpaid internship. For anybody unaware, you don't get money for doing Twitch stuff, at least not until after you're an affiliate. And then even after you're an affiliate, I think bits are the biggest contributor to, as far as you getting a more percentage of them. But subscriptions and stuff like that cost $5 or something like that, and the actual streamer gets half of that. So, and Twitch doesn't give you any payouts until you get, wow, that's really green water, until you get $100 worth of payout. And I haven't gotten that yet. I only started getting my first subscriptions when I got to affiliate status, last September or something like that. So 9 of the 12 months, pretty good turnaround as far as getting affiliate. Getting affiliate was actually a lot easier than I expected, but that's because I asked for help in getting to affiliate. Getting together with friends and being like, hey guys, if you just watch my stream and stuff like that, it works as far as getting affiliate goes. But I think in the past 9 months, give or take, that I have acquired at least on my Twitch account, like $62. So I haven't gotten paid one time because the minimum Twitch will pay out is $100. But in any event, the reason this relates back to the JRPG is what I was saying, which is, but if I took the time aside to try and work on it, like, I wouldn't be... Well, you know what? I could stream my work. The downside would be anybody who'd be interested in playing the game would be obviously getting spoilers. Huh. Whenever you see this video, leave a comment down below, or if you're live in Twitch, speak your piece, please. Would you watch somebody writing for, coding, drawing for a game? Would that be of interest to you? I mean, I'd probably, you know, take a break to actually game, so I would switch the stream over to actually doing game stuff. But, yeah, I guess I could do that. So, I have this, so, in part of my concept... In part of my concept now, which wasn't actually in the original concept because I thought it was too big and too grand. And you know what? Probably is. I'm pretty good about knowing what my scale is, and I think my scale is dangerously large at this point. But still, having said that, I want to give players the choice of starting as a variety of fantasy races. Not all your general standards and stuff like that. I want people to be able to play so that not just their main character, but theoretically their whole party, none of which might necessarily be human. I want to have story-based interactions that are stuff that BioWare would pull out for like Mass Effect and KOTOR. And I want to have interactions with the characters that are closer to Mass Effect, Final Fantasy VII Remake, Star Ocean: The Second Story type of things. And I want to do that thing like you do in, like was done in Dragon Age Origins, which honestly, to get the full breadth of that game, I should probably play that at some point, like on the easiest difficulty or something, just to get the thrust of the plot. But one of the things I will always take away from that game is that, in case you didn't know, when you start Dragon Age Origins, based on your race and class selections at the start of the very start of the game, that will determine basically the opening, let's call it 4 or 5 hours, maybe not even that much, might only be like 2 or 3 hours, but in any event, the opening plot for your character specific to your class, race, origin. And I want to do that. And I think the only way to do that and have it make sense, and I started mothballing in my head like exactly how this would work out, and I don't know why mothballing is the term, so I should probably look that up at some point. Hope it's not a racial thing. Like, I hope that's not something horrible I just repeated. I don't know where mothballing comes from, but like basically throwing around the idea of basically making it so that major cities that you would be going to in the game, the character could be from, and they could be specifically more or less a variety of racial background at those cities, and that would be so that your opening racial beginning would always determine like your opening interaction as far as like the family that you're with. And are we going to drop in speed? What are we doing? We are going to drop in speed. Okay. It seemed like a speed drop moment. I'm getting better about those things. So, you know, you might start out in the rustic plains and or forested landscape if you start as a centaur. You might have some interaction with, like you might start in like a fully forested cityscape up in the trees. If you're something that resembles an elf, I don't really want to do elves. I think the only usual fantasy race I want to do is centaurs. I think I want to make up fantasy races. I don't think I want to, like, take over from other... What the hell? Gamers want me to speed up and slow down a lot, and I'm getting a little confused. Income from Ludwig.
Exit now.
I was going a little fast for that. I almost winged that sign really hard. Now you want me to go 40? Come on, game. One of the things I kind of don't want to do, but have been toying with how it might be feasible, is and this song reminded me because this song is actually from 24. In case you've ever seen that TV show, it's mostly pretty good. It has its seasons. I think the first 2 seasons pretty good. I think season 4 was really good. I'm trying to remember which one is the one I really disliked. I think it was 6. These numbers mean nothing to you at this point. In any event, it reminded me that I would be interested in doing a story based on more real-time events, but I already have a story concept that's based somewhere else for that. Yeah, I don't know. That seems like a red light, though. I assume that means red because of the intersection, so this is running a... Calafet and Sentru, or possibly that's the same name? I assume I did that right. I just realized that we're getting kind of tired. Oh, we're getting very tired. Hold on. There's a way station there. I guess we're going to here. So I don't see another place before that. All right, that may have been a mistake. I may have just missed an easy turn to like.
Keep left, and then turn left.
Okay, keep left and then turn left. Oh, this is a turn.
Turn left.
All right, we're gonna be driving pretty tired in a second. Green light me. Still weirds me out that their lights go red, yellow, green. Nice overhead with the power lines going on, though. Good attention to detail. I think that light's probably going to be red by the time I get to it. All right. Alright, anybody coming? Nope. Can I red on red? Please?
Keep right.
Alright. Right lane can go straight or right or back.
Take third exit.
Whoops. Went a little bit wide, but you know, you're not supposed to pass heavy vehicles in the roundabout, so it's okay. Using my roundabout knowledge, getting there in a roundabout fashion. I'm going to be able to buy an entire warehouse and a new truck when this trip is over. So that's going to be a fun experience. On the downside, I'm about to be super tired when I get to this location. Well, on the upside, the sun is about to go down, so I won't have that much time of, like... I'll have some darkness, but not a ton of darkness later. I'm yielding. This is me yielding. Where am I going? To Balkan Loco. Sounds like a place in the Balkans where there'd be trains.
At the roundabout, take the second exit.
Second exit is go.
Exit now.
So, okay. Lots of still driving around with the boat? Yep. Same boat. How you doing, Rosa? I thought you were gonna second screen me. No, did you make progress? So what class are you playing in Final Fantasy XIV for anybody who's paying attention? Is that a building? Wait, that's a building, isn't it? No? Is that a cloud? Okay, that was a building behind the cloud. Or not behind the cloud, but like blocked by the cloud. You did second screen me? Alright, that's cool. Busy with a raid or something? Like, I main Dragoon when I'm playing. I feel the Dragoon. Taking a small break. Understood. Well, I've got like another 2 hours left in stream, but I probably got another 30-40 minutes on this delivery. You switch it up a lot? That makes sense. White mage or ninja? Oh man, I know some people who could probably really use a white mage.
And then turn left.
I'd ask you what's it called? Cluster?
Turn left.
I'd ask you which one you're on, but like, one, I don't have an active account, and two, I wouldn't know them off the top of my head anyway. I do know that my character's on the server Geneva. Oh wait, I gotta pull into the way station. Data center? I thought they were called like crystal shards or something. Like I thought they had a fancy Final Fantasy name for them or something. But yes, that is what I'm... yeah. But that is the correct physical name, yeah. Why is that smiley face on that sign? Why is that smiley face on that sign? That's so ominous. What? Why is that smiley face on that sign? My wait was... oh, was it not on there a second ago? I had not paid that attention. The attention was not paid. Whoops, still turn signal on. I guess technically speaking, you would know better than I would. So, because you're closer proximity-wise. I don't actually know where I am though. I'm near Sofia. I don't remember what country you're near Sofia. You'd asked me 3 weeks ago, I'd probably been able to answer that question, but I haven't played this game in a little bit. Oh wait, did I pick where I'm gonna stop for the night? I think I did. Yeah, it's up ahead. Cool, we're good. Couldn't remember for a second there, but yeah, I did pick where I was gonna pull over. I mean, I'm both almost to my stop point and also almost there. I'm starting to get the math where kilometers is like, give or take, 600 kilometers will take me like 45-50 minutes. 45-55 minutes. Why does that water look so repetitive? I'm not used to that water looking so samey. That's really distracting me. That water texture is very clearly repeating. You know, I just realized from this angle it's also repeating, but it looks like it's less repeating. Maybe it's just I just came at it from the wrong angle. Maybe it was one of those, like don't hit the exact frequency of the bridge with the wind or it'll sway situations where normally that water texture looks fine, but just the angle I was looking at it was very like anti-camouflage, like very clearly in my face. Alright, we are in Red Yawn territory. I like this L train over here to the side. I gotta play some City Skylines on stream. I still haven't gotten my 100,000 Sims? Yeah, I think they're Sims, but they're spelled with a C as opposed to SimCity, in which they're spelled with an S. We'll go with that explanation. I mean, trying to think that angle again. Well, I mean, if that's the angle the road deems, I don't have a choice. Yeah, I'm on my way to Sofia. I don't know where Sofia is, though, off the top of my head. I knew at one point. I was talking about a JRPG I kind of want to make. I don't know how much of that conversation you heard. None, actually? Well. Hold on, where's this rest area? Is it over there? Is it on the other side of the road? Is it directly in front of me? It's directly in front of me. Okay. Well, this worked out. I'm in the, we'll call it the pre-production stage of creating a JRPG I think people might be interested in playing. Alright, so it'll be 5 in the morning? Yep, 5 in the morning. Moving on. Sun is coming up. But make as in design and produce yourself? Yes. I am going to be using some variety of RPG Maker to make the game.
And then turn left.
1 second, need to make a right-hand turn.
Turn left.
Rosa says, now there is a troublesome question. If its design is designed in the US, is it a JRPG? I think technically it is not. I think you are correct that it is not. You leave the W off of Western RPGs. But, I'm okay with it. Let's say it's in the style of a JRPG. A classic 16 to 32-bit JRPG. 8-bit's 8-bit's too old. Can't do 8-bit. 16 to 32-bit, somewhere in there. JRPG. That's gonna be design. I want to purposely invoke some of those old school design ideas. I definitely want to lean on a little bit more anime for the cutscene aesthetic, because that's kind of my art style anyway. And definitely do a lot of crazy Mode 7, especially when you get into like the flying portions of the game. I think RPG Maker supports the Mode 7 stuff. Man, beautiful mornings here. Ever since this game all these visuals got updated. But it's gonna be... Okay, so the idea is that there's going to be a powerful nation in the game that is going to be both seeking power and trying to destroy all of the dragons that exist because of a couple of reasons. One, they have propagandized all of their citizens to believe that the reason everything is going wrong is because of dragons. Gotta go and kill the dragons. Dragons are the fault of everything. Now, dragons have been a big part of the history of the world, and they're usually around when some big cataclysm or otherwise is going to happen. And the way that everybody's school books, if you will, have been set in this nation, have been painting the picture that the dragons are a big bad thing, that they're gonna show the fall of civilization as we know it, and they're super dangerous, right? So the game is gonna start when soldiers are going out seeking all these dragons killers. Yeah, bringers of doom. Yes, exactly. So, wow, did you see that person yield? Yikes. In any event, but the truth will be discovered by the main character, because the main character, you start the game as a dragon. Okay? You start the game as a dragon. Kind of like in Breath of Fire 3. You start the game as a dragon, a whelp, if you will, a small dragon. A recently hatched dragon, who, I should point out, their family is dead and has been smashed all around them. Somebody missed an egg, and it's you.
Get ready.
And this is your first experience with like the human-like race of the game. Oh no! Wait, what? Did I turn around? No, I took a gas station early. I was trying to figure out why my node was still on the map.
Drive safe.
Oh, that freaked me out. Oh, that freaked me out so bad. I took a gas station early. And I was like, did the game seamlessly turn me around? Like, did I take a roundabout and turn around at some point and I didn't realize it? Like, I had a moment where I thought I had just completely gone around. Rosa says, I never understood this NPC routing. One just rams into you because it technically has the right of way. The next hits the brakes the moment there's a remote chance of collision. Look, Rosa, it surprises me that to this day, when this game came out, a game like Grand Theft Auto 3 had been out for like 10-15 years. And that game's AI for vehicles is very good even today. Like, it's not perfect, it's not great, but even by today's standards, it would be better than most of what's in this game. Yeah, the cars cut you off. My least favorite is the merging. The merging is terrible in this game. I don't know if it's a thing in Europe, but I kept complaining about it in American Truck Simulator, where we have this thing in America that if you are driving up the highway in a 2-lane highway, right, 2-lane right away, and you're in the right lane, and someone's coming onto the highway from the right side, and there's nobody on your left, you need to get the fuck over to the left lane to let that person merge in at whatever speed they're going. And neither American Truck Simulator or Euro Truck Simulator 2 accurately do that almost ever. If there was one gripe I have with this current series of 2 games that they absolutely need to get fixed, and furthermore, if there is one gripe I have about all of video games for 20 plus years, it's that the AI sucks and needs to be better. Like, straight up. Also, if I might, I want a mod that that dings the NPCs for fines. I want to see when some jagoff runs forward through a red light, I want to see a little prompt pop up over their head that says they got fined 500 euros. It would just make me feel better. Rosa says, well, that's not a written rule, but to be fair, it's kind of an unwritten rule to give space to people merging in. I'm pretty sure, if not all states in the United States, but most states,
Turn left.
driver's lessons include that. I think over here, it is actually a written rule in some regards. It just depends. Oh, I thought there was somebody coming. Damn. Now I've been super slowed. But if nothing else, yeah, it's what you just should do. And furthermore, this game does a lot of the AI misinterpreting how you're going through a roundabout and forcing and vehicles just coming to a stop. I'm like, guy, it's a roundabout, and I'm not in your way. Keep going. Once or twice I've had AI come into the roundabout while I'm going through the turn, and you're actually in a roundabout, not supposed to... I'm talking to you because, like, you would know better than I would because you're European and I'm not. But, like, in a roundabout, you're not supposed to be traveling next to big vehicles. You're supposed to let... in case they need to turn wide, in case they've got a trailer that's going to swing over. I had to look all this up on the internet, okay? I did research for playing Euro Truck Simulator 2 because I did not understand how multi-lane roundabouts work. In any event, I was talking about my JRPG idea. But, basically, you're playing as a dragon at the start of the game, and the whole beginning of the game is like a chase sequence. Most roundabouts in the Netherlands are single lane. Yeah, the only few roundabouts that actually exist in this state that I'm aware of are all single lane. I know how to work those. That's easy. It's still... people will still come to a freaking stop because they're like, oh, a roundabout, what do I do? You know, like South Carolinians when it's snowing. In any event, they just freak out when there are albino brain triggers. They have no idea what to do. In any event, so the opening of the game teaches you, like, stealth. I want to do some Metal Gear 2 style stealth combined with, like, some knowledge of later Metal Gear and Assassin's Creed and stuff like that. When in doubt, go around. Well, that's the thing. They don't even get into the roundabout. If people here don't know how to work a roundabout, they will approach it and come to a stop and stare at it like, what do I do? Like, that's their whole plan. That's their whole lack of plan. Are you actually passing me? Because I was going to get over on the right. You are passing me. Oh, I'm going way slower than I think I am. So the game's going to teach you your stealth mechanics, because you have to avoid the guards, or they kind of gruesomely kill you. And another one of the things I want to do about this is I want to start infusing the game with some supernatural knowledge, right? So, at the start of the game, when the guards are chasing you, all of their text needs to come to you in kind of like a garbled, gibberish, like you don't know what they're saying, you don't know what language they're speaking, because you just hatched. You have no idea what language they're speaking. But I want it to be revealed to the player that after they've heard people talking a certain number of times, that certain words will come to the forefront. Like, they'll just start to understand them. I want to do this magical understanding that one of the things that makes dragons so dangerous is having knowledge. And one of those most... hold on. What's happening? This is a weird combination roundabout and bad merging about to happen right now. Okay. I go into this lane. I can now go straight or right or back. And I'm going to do that.
Keep right.
Isn't there supposed to be a little... yeah, there's supposed to be like a curve thing in the middle here, guys. What kind of roundabout? There's supposed to be like a slope.
Exit now.
Physics ate my lunch there. It pulled me over the curb. Well, this is an inconvenient way to do this run. There we go. I didn't have enough momentum to move my vehicle there. That was going to happen. Is trailer okay? Trailer is okay. Also, not my truck.
Go straight on.
That was super unfortunate, but, you know, bound to happen. When the vehicle started going back the other way and then it wouldn't, like, turn out of the way because I was going so slow, I knew that was going to be an impact. Green light, green light, green light, green light, green light. Oh, shit. That's enough. Trailer's not that much okay, but cargo is perfectly fine still, Elena. Oh, yeah, that's what I meant. I meant the cargo. You're right. So I want it to be kind of instilled upon the character that they're slowly, even just hatched, starting to realize that these monster weird creatures that are standing on two legs and have two arms, that are trying to attack them, that they can slowly begin to understand what they're saying, because the game will start inserting words into the player's native language while they're being chased or while they're being talked about nonchalantly. Like, actually, I want to make it a mechanic where if you sit around and listen to guard chatter, which, you know, is some of the best stuff in some games if you care about the story, is just guard chatter, that if you sit around and listen to guards chatter, that it slowly is building up your, like, repertoire of words you have access to, and that it will make interacting with things later even better for you being able to understand what people are saying. And I kind of want to make that a thing. And basically what ends up happening, long story short, is the opening sequence of the game will end up having the character, who is a dragon, basically hiding themselves in a society. There's basically this big get-together of a whole bunch of races, and this will be your character select for your race, because it's not actually your race. You're a dragon, right? So the racial select is going to be you're trying to hide from all the guards, from all the soldiers that are chasing you, and part of that hiding is going to be you, whether you know how to do it or not, just have an instinct to use a magic to hide yourself inside another race. So even though we know you're a dragon, I'm gonna give the players a few minutes in a choice of what race that they'll pick to make their character, because they're gonna try and blend into a crowd and like end up with a group of people. And once they've done that, you're gonna be feeling safe, and basically in character, the understanding will be the start of the game will be like the early years of your life as tutorial and plot, and that's going to be different based upon what race you picked. But the feeling should always be in the back of the character's head and the player's head that yes, but I'm not actually this race. I'm a dragon, and I'm just hiding. And that's the whole point of the opening plot of the game, is you're just trying to survive. So you gotta be natural. You gotta kind of genetic memories, even if they're not conscious. Exactly. As far as like learning the languages or how to work the muscle that changes their shape, I want to make it so that the character has a personal space that is actually part of the design of the dragon, that allows them, like, based on their, if you will, their spirit energy, their magical energy, their mana, whatever, that allows them to basically have objects on their immediate person, and that's going to explain away the inventory. You will have access to your inventory once you've reached a certain, like, part of the opening tutorial growing up, where you just figure out how to hide items when people are certain you must have had that, like, I'll give you the options, like, hiding a weapon or hiding a candy from teacher or something like that. I want players to feel like they have agency in how they're coming across these understandings, and so I want there to be an in-character reason for why, for example, you have like a giant inventory. Where is it all this time? It's not actually in your backpack, and it's actually on you as a character, and you can just pull it out of your spirit energy. You only have so much, so you can only do so much at the start of the game. That's why you can hide like one item at a time way at the beginning, and all the rest of it is actually on you. But I think that's an interesting way of, like, you know, having like a permanent way to hide items, having a bigger than natural inventory space. And I want it to end up being kind of like in Werewolf the Apocalypse, the Bastet, which is the were-cats, have a place that's called a den realm. And what a den realm is, and it's important when you're making when you're designing games to like pull inspiration from all kinds of places, I think, especially if you can use those ideas for good. So my concept kind of leans on the den realm idea for Bastet, which is basically they have this own little place in the spirit world that they can basically set up a camp, have a little homestead that's just all their own, and it's always with them. And I want the power of this spirit pocket that your dragon character has to eventually get to the power level that would allow them to have, like, basically, imagine, if you will, the overworld, like the camp, right, that the character set up. Like, maybe that camp is always with the character, and they always have access to it, no matter what's happening, no matter where they are. Rosa says, does sound like interesting things. Never designed games, so not sure how hard to implement it is. I have some idea how to implement all these things. I have made 2 games previously. Well, I mean, it's like one game and a sequel to itself. And a lot of people really enjoyed it. But I think what I would say is the biggest hurdle to game creation, for me personally, not for other people, but like just how I think, is time. It would take so long. The only reason I'm not making games right now, because that would be what I would really like to do. You want my delivery to be on time, and what? Customer expects a delivery very soon. How very soon? Wait, what the hell? Oh, I'm almost there. I was so worried. You know, that early rest stop definitely ate into my time with the detour that you saw me take way early ago. But like, I'd be making games right now. It's really what I want to do. I want to be basically like a game director. I want to have the vision to put everybody together who has all the abilities to do everything that needs to be done to make a fun game. But I don't have other people who have as much free time as I do to work on a game. Oh, I thought one of those guys was a cop. I was trying to slow down. What is this gobbledygook intersection?
Turn right.
Wait, hold on. Ugh. I caught myself that time. Excuse me, 1, 2, 3. Ah! Let me turn on this camera view. Like, I have a lot of notes, and I have a lot of pre-production stuff, but it's mainly, if I have to do it all myself, it's not going to get done in a timely fashion. And it's not going to be as good as getting together a team of people who are all working on stuff. Because they might have their own specialties, they'll bring their own ideas to the table, everybody will be able to troubleshoot against each other and come up with ideas for stuff. Basically make a better product. And I'm trying to figure out how I would best get to that. I keep trying to make small games, and then I let my ideas get out of hand because I'm like, oh, I can do more than that, oh, I can do more than that, like feature creep. But, I think, yeah, I don't know. I have designed games, and I know how to design games, and I need to just get off my ass and actually design some of these games. Hateful intersections? I will, you know, as I've said many times, but you may not have heard me, it's a previous stream type situation, but the main problem with Europe's roads is that they've existed for centuries before automobiles. And that's not so much true in America. How much time do I have left? Okay, I'm basically there. Okay, so I paced that out about right. So, in the future, I will try and keep track that the math is roughly 600 kilometers per a little less than an hour of recording. So, noted. Noted. I knew this was going to be a long trip, and it was. I'm going to be real unhappy if this achievement doesn't pop like it's supposed to.
Turn right.
Which it should, because Steam is open.
You have arrived at your destination. Your route guidance is now finished.
Where do you need it? Yep, always picking the hard one. I should be able to park it within an hour. See, I can do one trailer. It's the articulated trailer I have the real problem with. Whoops. Damn. Messed it up right at the end. Gotcha. Profit Hunter. Got it. Achievement unlocked. That was 130,000 plus euros for over 2,200 kilometers. Wow. Wow, that was a lot of level too. Rosa asks, also for what reason would you need to put the boat at the dock? I mean, sometimes you put the boat at the dock. It's easier than traveling it around all the time. Okay. So, for everybody who is watching later on YouTube, I thank you for watching. Whoop. Okay. Thought I clicked the wrong button there. This has been Euro Truck Simulator 2, presented by Improvision Entertainment. I have been Hunterman, and I will see you in the future. Have a good one.